So in this chapter of My Hero Academia Vigilantes, we get kind of the confirmation of who the masked individual is, or at least I have a good idea on who it is. So let's get right into the chapter. After the intro, hit it! Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Big Blue Drew 97 here, coming at you with another manga review for My Hero Academia Vigilantes, manga chapter 90, titled United Front. So yeah, basically we're still going in the direction of following Knuckle Duster, aka O'Clock, as he is investigating this warehouse, trying to figure out like where the drugs are coming from. And in this chapter, we just continue on with this flashback, starting off the chapter with Nomu. And before we get into that, I'd like to ask y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Big Blue Drew 97, as well as leave a like and a comment down below if you like this video and what you think is going to happen in this chapter. And without the way, the chapter starts off with Nomu, that officer that is very associated with Knuckle Duster and O'Clock, and we basically see him like not telling anyone to go into the building because he notices that the gas is coming out of it, and he tells everyone to stand by until he gets the signal from O'Clock, where now he's a little bit worried about what's going to happen to O'Clock. And I think this just is more confirmation that, yeah, O'Clock is going to get messed up. O'Clock, as a character hero, is going to die in this flashback, and it's just building up more and more on that aspect. And going from there, we get more into the chapter. We see the cover where we see Tiger Bunny, the fighter formerly known as Ripper, and Rapper on the front cover, also known as Miracle, Knuckle Duster, O'Clock, and Rappa. And they look really intimidating as we get more into the chapter where we see people are still being affected by the gas. And we see someone explaining it, most likely Duster, explain the situation, how the gas laced with quirk boosting drugs is coming from the air ducts. The entrances are blocked off, and the fact that the people that are working there already have the gas mask, it means that that's all a part of this game, that they're prepared for all of this happening. So we see that some of these individuals, some of these workers, have their gas mask stolen by obviously O'Clock, who is basically continuing to get both Tiger Bunny and Rapper to get involved and help him. And that's basically what he says. He tells them to put on the mask. They're questioning like what they're gonna do, like what's going to be happening, and we basically have O'Clock explain what's going to be happening. That they're gonna help him try to get out, and that the only way that they can get out of this place is by going through the garage, which are being protected by these guards, and how they need to get through this entire group. And then you have Rapper and Tiger Bunny basically asking, so what are we gonna do? Oh, y'all are gonna help me get through this crowd. Y'all gonna go in first, and then I'll come in second. And they're like, oh, so we're bait. Yes. So yeah, basically the plan is they're going to barge through the crowd, get to the entrance that isn't covered in gas, and escape outside and hopefully get everything done. Rapper and Tiger Bunny are going to be bait, and they're fine with that. They just have this one very simple, very obvious question. If you follow their characters, you know exactly what they're going to ask. Basically what happens is they ask if that they can go nuts and either kick people, aka Tiger Bunny kick people, or if they can punch people, aka with Rapper. And O'Clock's answer is yeah, but you have to realize that they're not consenting and they're just innocent civilians, so go easy on them. And we just get the difference between Rapper and Tiger Bunny, where Tiger Bunny's like, all right, sure, no problem, and Rapper's like, I don't know how to hold back. So we just see just this one page where we see them just going in, like taking people out, and it's a cool callback. And I think this may be a JoJo's reference because you have Mirako, aka Tiger Bunny, doing "ora ora ora," and it's funny because it's coming from Tiger Bunny, who's kicking But then you have Rapper who is punching, and you think that's where the aura would be coming from because Star Platinum is a punching ghost. I mean, yeah, he's a punchy ghost, but like Mirko's probably plays that role even better than Rapper would, just kicking everyone. So after you have Tiger Bunny and Rapper doing their thing, being the best of distractions, being bait, you have O'Clock who's thinking to himself that because he's wearing the mask, he can only use his quirk in quick moments of acceleration. He can't do it like long time. He can do like quick short bursts. And he comes to another conclusion that the individual with the black quirk, which we know is Kurogiri's quirk, he's trying to understand of whether or not they're in the facility or not, and he comes to the conclusion that yeah, no, they can't be in the facility because of how it reacts. Because if they were in the facility, then it wouldn't have been able to be shaken off by just moving like back and forth. So he comes to the conclusion that oh yeah, someone's watching it from afar. So he takes out a prop gun that he took from the workers in this venue, and he shoots out the cameras where we kind of see an image of All for One when he's a little bit younger. We don't see his full face, which is sad, but this confirms that his face isn't scarred at all because we can see his like mouth clearly and see like other aspects of his upper body. We don't see any type of scarring. So this proves that this is definitely most likely taking place before his fight with Almighty, where he comes to the conclusion that, oh, well, can't really see anything. Huh, what do you think's gonna happen, Kurogiri? So we have All for One just nonchalantly drawing the fact that Kurogiri is here. I mean, we all knew it was Kurogiri. We all knew that his quirk was active. But I just enjoy like this moment of like him just looking at everything. It's like, wow, everything is going wrong. What do you think, Kurogiri? And Kurogiri responds with the obvious response. Is like, well, I mean, yeah, the way it is now, like, isn't this the reason why you dispatched him to the scene? So Kurogiri is like somewhat being like a little sarcastic with it. It's like, yeah, everything's going wrong, but like, isn't this the reason why you sent him? Where we get to see this hooded individual, and we see a Rapper is going after him, and he's like, oh man, you look like you can really fight, because we see that he puts up a fighting stance. He's like, oh, it seems like you know how to fight, you know martial arts, I like you, all right, let's fight me and die, as he immediately gets wrecked by this guy. This guy bobs and weaves through his punches, and for some reason has the ability to like stretch his arm and lands a clean hit on Rapper, which causes his mask to fly off and like hits like the people as like the masked hooded figure's arm retracts back into his hood. And you have Mirko, Tiger Bunny, coming in for a strike as well. He's like, what are you doing to my palace? She goes in for a kick, trying to attack this hooded figure. But this hooded figure, with his own kick, kicks the mask off of Mirko. This hooded figure is amazing. This hooded figure knows how to fight. This hooded figure goes in for an attack one more time, but luckily enough, Ripper is able to come in, interject with his overclock quirk, and slash up this hooded figure's arms to a point to help save like Rapper, to help save Tiger Bunny. And then this hooded figure retracts his arm and is like, you. And as we have O'Clock come to the conclusion that this guy can heal, we have the reveal of kind of what this hooded figure's face could possibly be, as he says, you are O'Clock, as we also get to see more of All for One's face. And man, I wonder what this hooded figure is. Man, this hooded figure with that weird eye looks very familiar to someone, as if he's wearing a hood and is covering his mask. It's obviously the high-end Nomu hood before he was fully transformed into a Nomu. That's why I said hood a lot, if you couldn't guess. So yeah, most likely than not, the figure that we are seeing at the end of this chapter is like the hooded Nomu, the hooded high-end Nomu that Endeavor fought at the end of the Pro Hero arc, where he basically used his Prominence Burn plus Ultra to destroy him. And something interesting about this like version of the hooded Nomu versus the one that we saw is that he obviously has the hood, he obviously has the eye, but something else that we also know about the hooded figure, which makes sense for why he could potentially be the hooded figure, is a little bit of dialogue that we got. I cannot say it 100% certain, but we know for a fact that Hood is the corpse of someone who like fought in like these type of arenas, such as like the arenas that Rapper is fighting right now in these underground arenas. So it makes sense that it would be him, as well as Rapper himself notices like, oh yeah, you seem to like know some things about martial arts, which would make sense if he fought in these underground rings. So just these like still small tidbits, and as well as like the flashback to when we got the reveal to what Nomus were, and that the hooded Nomu was confirmed to be someone who fought on the ground. It just makes sense that this hooded figure would be the high-end Nomu that we know as Hood. So, it just makes sense. As well as like that prominent eye is something that we haven't seen on any other Nomu except for the Hooded Nomu. So, most likely next chapter, we're going to see the not the true potential, but what Hood could do before he became like the become like the high end Nomu that Endeavor was able to defeat. And most likely what's gonna happen is the interaction and the fight between O'Clock and Hood. It may not lead necessarily to O'Clock's win, but he may defeat him in some way, but then be heavily injured, and then you'll have All For One come in and take Overclock away from him, or even could potentially Hood takes down Overclock while Tiger Bunny and Rapper escapes, and then he's taken to where All For One is, and then has his quirk taken. Either way, Overclock is gonna get taken away from O'Clock eventually, and maybe within this fight with Hood, there may be an opportunity to do so. I cannot say for 100% sure. All I know is that this was a really good chapter, and what's going to be going on next chapter, and oh gosh, 2 weeks most likely. Yeah, 2 weeks, December 11th. Yeah, in 2 weeks. That's going to be really, really hyped, and I can't wait to see that. Because overall, this is still like a relatively slower chapter. We just get mainly just this is all set up. Having Rapper and Tiger Bunny fight, having the face mask so that they're not in immediate danger, and then having O'Clock basically observe the situation around them, which makes sense for him because of the type of hero that he is. He's very trained, he's very experienced, he's very observant, mainly because he has Overclock, which means that he can think about things extremely quickly. So it makes sense that he's very vigilant of the area and being able to take advantage of that and be able to like put like his enemies on edge. That's the reason why you had All For One a little bit concerned about it, but he already prepared for the situation by sending in Hood. So it, like I said, basically a whole lot of setup. I still enjoyed reading it, enjoyed like reading. Well, I was gonna say watching it. Really enjoyed reading it. Really enjoyed reviewing it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like on this video. Comment down below on what you think is gonna happen next chapter, and do you think that we will see the face of All For One revealed? If not next chapter in this arc, leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do all of that cool jazz. And I'll catch you guys in the next time. Goodbye! I am the Hooded Nomu. Fear me! Oh gosh, this is so cringe. Bye, guys.